Okay, we're here at the end of the day at Bandelier Park, and we're following some people who are studying bats. They're setting up 8 nets up and down the creek here with the hopes that during the mosquito era right here in the evening that the bats will come out and they'll be able to catch them. I can feel the bugs already that just bugged my ear right now. So it could be really cool. There are about 25 people here, and we'll see what happens.
They are using these flyways to forage and find places to drink, but they don't eat mosquitoes. That's a misconception. What they're eating that is mosquito-sized are midges. They do eat other insect pests that are pretty bad for our crops, and that's where they're really important to have in our ecosystem. So the idea is we're trying to intercept their path here, and they're pretty in tune with their surroundings because they have really good eyesight, as well as can echolocate. The bats that we do catch in these mist nets are the ones that are not paying attention.
What is it that you learn when you capture a bat? And what do you do with it?
You learn what kinds of species are foraging in the area. You learn whether they're male or female. You can learn whether they're reproductive or not. You can tell whether they're a juvenile or an adult. And then a lot of people actually look at diseases in bats. So you can take samples from their fur, or you can take ectoparasites from their fur. Ernie is actually, that's one of his specialties, is gathering up ectoparasites from bats. Here you're going to find a lot of myotis flying through and maybe some silver-haired bats. So the fire didn't seem to affect bats so much. A lot of them are roosting in the cliffs and the crevices up on the canyon walls, and so the fire just goes through that and doesn't really affect the cracks that the bats get into. So.
I primarily focus my studies on bats and what mostly current issues threatening bat populations and ways of sort of understanding those things like infectious disease. There's a disease, white nose syndrome, that's sweeping across the continent. Trying to figure out how that disease works, how bats die from it, how they survive, trying to understand how the process works to help their populations. But we're hoping to find bats to be able to put more tags on them. These will be roosting in tree foliage, and to find them, put some GPS tags and hopefully get continental migration patterns. And if we can do that enough, we'll have a much better picture of their migration. So now we're just still at the forefront of trying to understand the mysterious lives of bats.
What are you logging there, Ernie?
This is a standard data sheet that we use, and we're trying to set up, it just kind of gives the site description, location, and then we'll record the species and time of capture, reproductive data. I'll be measuring their forearm lengths, getting some weights from them, and then this helps us look back and see if things are changing or if we've caught something new, or document trends, and we can compare it with data that we've collected in the past. So it's just a way of keeping track of our data. So this is good news that we caught a bat.
A bat.
This is the first net we put up, so there you go.
All right. Thank you.
I think it might be a humanensis, but I haven't seen one for ages.
Take note at the color of the wing membranes. They're really pale, and you'll notice that when you see some other bats. It's a female humanensis, and this is a bat that is often associated around water.
Running water.
Bridges. They roost under bridges sometimes, but this is a bat that's common along the Rio Grande. So, and it's not that far from here to the Rio Grande, so I'm not surprised that we caught this. Oh, this is good.
We thought.
Yeah, this is good. So as I noted earlier, the pale wing membranes of the Myotis humanensis, the Yuma Myotis, a Yuma bat.
Oh, you got a cilio?
Look at this, how dark these wings are. You see that? And look at the ears. They're black. Some of them are docile, some of them aren't so friendly.
The other one was quiet.
Yeah, and this is an audible sound that they're making because they're not happy. They're upset. Now, I don't know if you can see, there's some little orange spots right there on his face.
No, it takes one.
That's an ectoparasite. And that's a chigger. They get them around their face. A lot of times they get them around their ears where they can't groom them very well. Often the females, when they're pregnant, will get a lot of parasites. But the reason why it is believed one of the reasons why they get so many parasites when they're pregnant is this is an opportunity for the pups when they're born. Not an opportunity for the pups, but an opportunity for the ectoparasites to find a new host.
We were able to catch 2 bats in one night. Although WNS was not found on either of the bats, tagging them and collecting samples will help us in the future to find better patterns of the disease. And we will be one step closer to finding a cure to save our bats.